Hello, hello, and hello to all of my Sagittarius. This is Queen Amun Ra coming to you with your general reading, Sagittarius. Let's get right into it. We're getting closer and closer to this full moon in Virgo, Sagittarius. Currently, we are in a waxing gibbous moon phase. Waxing gibbous moon phase just means that in this lunar cycle, the moon is more than half illuminated, right? So we know that the moon is aligned to our feelings, subconscious habits, our moods, our emotions, and they become even more intense closer and closer we get to a full moon, a fully illuminated moon, which we will have on the 7th of March. So hopefully you all are still focusing on learning lessons through the communication planet Mercury, which is, we had a first quarter moon in Gemini a couple of days ago. And so that's about learning and knowledge. Mercury is a communication planet, but it really is about learning and knowledge. What are you learning more about your purpose here on earth, and making sure you're making room for the new things that you're thanking Source for, right? Source being Most High God. First card out of the deck is the King of Pentacles. We also have the Eight of Wands. We have the Emperor card. We have the Four of Cups. We have the Four of Pentacles, and also the Moon card. So we have the Emperor card and also the Moon card. So there could be a something that's behind you that was almost something in your past that was tricky, that was almost threatening the energy, was threatening your motivation, was threatening your mental clarity, was threatening your confidence, your charisma, your willpower. So something that could be in the past is, that you may have been, here's the Four of Cups, ruminating on, like to a point where it was just like giving you a headache. You just kept thinking about it over and over and over again. Something that was tricky, something that was overwhelming you. Source is saying it's time for you to get up from that space and be more conservative with your time. Time is money. Be more conservative with your time. It's behind you now, and so it's time for you to move forward. And so as you get up the strength to move forward, and moving forward means not talking about it. That's like physically, I'm moving beyond this. Whatever is overwhelming me, I'm going to, as a fire sign, I'm going to take water and put out that flame, put out that belief that something was causing my ego to come out, like trying to cause the ugliness to come out of my spirit, the darkness to come out of my spirit. Something was behind me. And it could have been several things that were behind you. People talking about you, a job you left behind, something that was very low vibrational that you felt like I needed to leave that emotion behind. Something that may have been said about you, that you did not get a chance, like you may have found out through something, or something, again, emotionally that was just overwhelming you. You could have had a feeling something was going on, but you weren't really sure. And so you decided to move beyond that. And so the quicker you decide to move beyond something that was draining your personal power, and draining your identity, and draining your motivation, and draining your confidence, overwhelming you, and causing that ego to come out, like you're edging God out to say, yeah, I did this, and this person doesn't know who I am, and blankety blankety blah blah blah, and all those things. The faster things that you've been praying for, the quicker that motivation is going to come back, the quicker that confidence is going to come back, the quicker that identity is going to come back, that mental clarity is going to come back. So again, and with that, that's where you're getting back into your purpose. And this is the wealthiest card in the deck. So your purpose is coming back. So again, whatever is a part of the past, just leave it a part of the past and just move on. So let's see what else we got going on. Let's see what else we have going on. Let's see what else we have going on. That's the beauty of you being a mutable sign, Sagittarius, is that mutable signs adapt easier, right? That's the upside, that you adapt easier. But on the downside, you may go with the flow of something that's negative as well. So you'll go with this flow with something that's positive, but you'll also go with the flow of something that's negative as well. And so you want to make sure that you are using your fire wisely. Like, for instance, let me give you an example. Let's say you feel like somebody burned you in the past, and so this is where you're going to use it at a high frequency and just say, move on. I'm going to take that fire, I'm going to leave that bridge burned. If somebody burned me in the past, I'm going to leave that bridge burned. I'm moving forward. I'm not talking about it. I'm not giving it any air to my fire, so I can become even more upset, and then my ego comes out, because that's what slows down your blessings. That's what really slows down ego, edging God out, So let's see what else we got going on here. We have the Emperor card, the Sun card. We also have the Six of Pentacles, the Two of Pentacles, the Hierophant card, and also the Knight of Pentacles. And so, yeah, somebody may have left a leadership position. Somebody may have left a leadership position behind. Again, only take what resonates with you. This is a general reading, so take only what resonates with you. Somebody may have left a leadership position behind, and something from the past is trying to rear its ugly head. Now, remember, or some kind of organization that you left behind, like somebody who inspires people, who motivates people, or whatever the case may be, because we got the Emperor card up here twice, right? So somebody that, you may have felt, or something that you felt motivated by at one point behind, could be a part of the past as you step into your own purpose. Like, what is the thing that motivates you? Something lit a flame up under you to get you motivated to start focusing on your purpose so that you can move forward. And so here we have more money coming into your hands. This Six of Pentacles, Two of Pentacles, and Knight of Pentacles. Source is saying to you, continue investing in yourselves. Continue investing in yourselves. Stop looking for other people's approval, Sagittarius, and just know you have something in you, in your purpose, that will create room for additional streams of income. That's the message for you. And so as we get closer and closer to this full moon, fully illuminated moon in Virgo, Virgo is a very meticulous sign. It's a perfectionist sign. And so Source is trying you to tap into something that you're a virgin at. It's the symbol of is the virgin. Virgo symbol is a virgin. And so something that you feel like, okay, this is something that I love to do, but it's also something, because that's kind of new for me. It's kind of new for me. So let's say you're a musician. Maybe you're trying a different genre of music. Let's say you are let's say you're a dancer. Let's say you love to dance, but maybe you decide, hey, I'm going to step out in faith and teach dance. Let's say you are a writer. Now I may, I've written books. Maybe I need to kind of sort of, touch my toe into songwriting. Something that you are passionate about, but something that you feel like, okay, I love doing this so much. Let me try my hand at something new. Hopefully that makes sense to somebody. A waxing gibbous moon, you want to focus on things like manifestation and meditation. You want to focus on self-confidence rituals. Things that you're saying to yourself that and I'm going to give you some affirmations at the end of just like I do in the end of every reading, so you can jot those down. Also, you're focusing on workings for growth and success. Again, I see somebody, instead of putting all of your energy into overthinking something from the past that was burdensome for you, thinking that it's going to rear its ugly head. The only way it's going to rear its ugly head is if you overthink it. That's the only way, because it's something that's behind you, a thing of the past, right? That's how you're able to move forward. That is how you're able to move forward. And also, let me help somebody else with something too, is that if some information is coming to you third party from somebody else, remember, they're filling in whatever blanks or gaps they have, so it may not even be the full truth. So don't even go with the flow. I always question third party information. If you didn't hear it directly from somebody saying it to you directly, don't assume the worst. If you're assuming the worst, then you're giving whoever the messenger was, and we're not talking about God, but whoever the messenger was in human form, actually the power over your emotions. So Source is just saying, whatever is motivating you to keep on moving forward, just keep on moving forward. La Luna came out. This is the moon card again. So something in your past, like I said before, could have been with several energies that could have been seen like somebody who inspires a lot of people, who motivates a lot of people, who gets people flames going. And I mean flames in a good way, like their confidence, helps them with their mental clarity, or help them get to a place in their universe where they feel like they're almost levitating. They're just inspired, right? That may be behind somebody. You may have moved on from that. And here we have the Ten of Pentacles, which is your legacy. What do you want your name to be synonymous with? So when somebody says your name, Sagittarius, what do you want people to think of? Do you want them to think of a person who, keeps talking about something that was overwhelming them, replaying it over and over and over again? Because that's also synonymous with drama. It's also synonymous with manipulation. It's also synonymous with the person who is gives off this energy. Like I said, it just gives off very manipulative. It gives off very codependent energy. It gives off almost off obsessed energy, emotionally obsessed. Like you just can't stop talking about something having to do. It gives off, specifically with all of the money cards that I'm seeing out here. We also have the Three of Pentacles and also the Seven of Pentacles. Specifically with all of these money cards out here, I'll tell you exactly, specifically what it gives off. It gives off a person who is insecure. It gives off a person who is unstable, mentally and physically unstable. It gives off very jealous energy. It gives off a person who is disloyal, because why is something that's a part of your past becomes so much of a topic of discussion? It gives off energy that a person who is patient one minute but impatient the next minute. It gives off energy that a person doesn't feel successful in their own career. So there's no benefits to that at all, right? To sit around and overthink something that's already over and a part of the past, especially if you didn't hear something directly from somebody else's mouth, right? So here we have the Ten of Wands. Source is trying to make somebody booked and busy, not burdened and bitter. We have the Queen of Wands. I see somebody feeling happy, charismatic, and free. Why? Because again, you're saying, if I didn't hear it directly from that person, let me stop giving energy to it, or those people, or that person, place, or thing. Let me stop giving energy to it, because it doesn't really serve a purpose. You always got to wonder why people are bringing information, and got to also consider the source. If it didn't come directly from God or directly from that person's mouth or that organization's mouth, like for instance, somebody could hear a rumor in their company that, oh, they're going to be doing some layoffs. Have you seen an email? Have you seen a memo? Or are you just running scared with a rumor that's going on? Oh my God, they're going to shut the company down, and now you're stressed out every day you coming to work and talking about it to everybody who's going to listen. Or just like a person, oh, this person, doesn't want to have anything to do with you. Maybe the person is grieving and they don't want to have anything to do with anybody. So again, always consider, the source. And so as we get closer and closer to this full moon, you want to move on. So here we have the Strength card, the Six of Swords, the Emperor card, the Five of Swords, the Justice card, and also the Ace of Swords. So the Justice card lets me know that somebody's learning how to balance out their own duality. Somebody's learning how to create a life that they absolutely love and that they're pleased with. Here we have the Emperor card. Emperor card came out 3 times. So again, this is further reiterating that something may be behind you that just didn't motivate you anymore. Like something where you're saying something from my past that's trying to rear its ugly head, that when it comes back up in your spirit, it takes you to a very low place where you don't feel motivated, you don't feel mental clarity, you don't feel confident. You almost have to go into ego mode to just let a person know who you are. Sends out the wrong energy, sends out the wrong message. So Source is saying, tap into your strength and move on beyond something. And that's what Source is trying to get you to do. Here we have the Six of Swords. It's like the ship has already sailed. So whether somebody moved on from you or whether you're moving on from somebody else, the emotions are not the same as they were before. So it could be something coming back up from your past, since this is your reading, that's upsetting you, and somebody may have already moved on with their life, right? And so if you keep looking back and replaying it over and over and over again, it's going to actually cause you to look like you're the person that's hostile. It's going to make you look like you're the one that's always in fight mode. So be very careful with that. So I do see a breakthrough happening for you, Sagittarius. The breakthrough for you is going to be when you ask yourself, why am I overthinking this? Why do I feel so insecure about, somebody leaving me behind? So or why do I feel so insecure or unstable when it comes to things such as family and money, and when it comes to career success? Why do I feel insecure about those things? Why do I feel like I gotta go on attack if I feel like those things are in jeopardy, when we have an entire universe out here where there's enough for everybody, right? And so again, you don't want to cut into your own money, your own credibility, your own reputation by cutting people with a sword. Here we have the Knight of Wands, the World card, the Chariot card, the King of Cups. We have the Knight of Coins and also the Hermit card. So the Hermit card is attached to Virgo. Like I said, we have a full moon in Virgo, and it's coming up in your major arcana. So this is your overarching theme, right? And so again, Virgo is a very meticulous sign. We're not talking about a person that is a Virgo. And remember, this is a general reading, so only take what resonates with you. If it doesn't resonate with you, it doesn't resonate with you. But here we have the Chariot card. Somebody's really at a fork in the road, trying to decide, do I go left, do I go right, do I go high, do I go low? Like, which I feel like I'm kind of stuck in certain areas. And it looks like somebody could be stuck when it comes to financial matters. Somebody could be stuck when it comes to some family situation could be going on here. It could be stuck when it comes to feeling organized and rooted and grounded. Somebody could just be kind of feeling like, their equilibrium is off in some way, shape, form, or fashion. But rest assured, you don't have to sit around and think about it. All you need to do as a fire sign is change courses. Put a fire out about something that is overwhelming you, something that was in the past that's overwhelming you. That's listening to sacral chakra music, that's listening to meditation music with water sounds playing in the background, that is hip opening yoga poses, that's juice fast, that's drinking more water, taking spiritual showers, spiritual baths, anything that's going to put that fire out, that's going to get you tapped back into that creativity, that's going to flush out all of those insecurities. So it's like taking a water hose and clearing off your foundation so you can see where the cracks are, specifically where the cracks are in your foundation, and you can start the process of fixing those cracks in your own foundation, right? And so we have the World card. So source is saying to you, when you go ahead and close out cycles, somebody's going to feel a lot more liberated, somebody's going to feel free, somebody's going to feel accomplished. So this is really encouraging you to initiate burying something, like burying something from the past, like burying a hatchet, closing out a cycle and moving on and getting back to work. We have the Knight of Pentacles again. And so this is again further reiterating, continue working on self, continue investing in self, like continue, because that fire could come out on the wrong people. And again, guess what? You're burning into your own reputation. You're burning your own money. And so I don't know who's going to take a match and burn their own money, burn their own credibility, give off the reputation that a person who is still in fight mode, but not even fighting for the right thing, like something has been over, people have moved on with their lives, and somebody is still in fight mode. So you got to be real careful with that. Here we have the Knight of Wands and also the King of Cups. King of Cups this is like a person who has a large cup of water. They have mastered their emotions. This is a person who is like so creative. That's what they're putting that fire up under their creativity, and they're focusing on something positive versus talking about or keep revisiting something from the past and playing it over and over and over again. So here we have the Knight of Wands. Source is saying this, when we see night energy is like, when you think of night energy, knight in shining armor, this is how you save yourself. You physically get away from any treacherous thoughts, anything that's going to drain your energy or cause you to combust or explode or go off on somebody or gossip about somebody. Source is saying stay as far away from things like that, things that really just don't serve your highest purpose, right? It just doesn't serve your highest purpose. So let's see what else we got going on before we get ready to close out your reading, Sagittarius. But again, and stay close to energies that really nurture you. Stay as far away from anything where, like I said before, there's a lot of overthinking, there's a lot of thoughts about somebody being, trying to manipulate you, or you don't like them, or all of that. All of that is low vibrational. Just keep the vibrations as high as you possibly can so that you can stay focused on what source wants you to stay focused on. Okay. All right, let's see what else we got going on here. Let's see what else we have going on here. So, I think we got everything out of the way with this. Let's see what else we have going on, Sagittarius, before we go ahead and get ready to close out your reading. So when I say, the Justice card is really about balance. This card right here, Libra and Taurus, actually share the planet Venus, right? So Venus is the goddess of love, and Source is saying to you, this is where you have a real opportunity to create a life that you absolutely love and that you all are pleased with, right? And so Venus, when Venus is balanced, Venus is into music and arts, Venus is into healthy relationships, Venus is into all that things like, pleasurable and things, and creating a life that you love and that you are pleased with. But when Venus is on the low end, Venus can be jealous, it can be chaotic and confusing. It's feminine energy, so feminine energy can be quite chaotic and confusing. We're not talking about women, we're talking about divine feminine energy, right? That's cyclic energy, absorbing all of the stuff, the memories from the past where it was just at a lower frequency and those kind of things. You also got to remember what was going on in your life when you were at a lower frequency. Did you and somebody trauma bond where they were experiencing loss of a loved one? You could have been experiencing loss of a loved one that put you in a low place, and it could have just been friction that way. Again, like I said before, unless you heard it come out of that person's mouth, just like in a job, if you're at a job or an organization, and unless you saw the memo yourself or you had a conversation with your manager and your manager says, hey, the company is shutting down, we just got this from the top, and you got an email, don't go by gossip. That is so counterproductive and so low vibrational. So that's what I'm seeing for you all. So let's see what else we got going on here. Here we have, there we go. This is what I was saying. Look at the bigger picture. Look at the bigger picture. Because you don't really know. You don't really know. And if you're a person that has a codependent personality where you're talking to somebody every single day and they kind of fall off the face of the world, and you're a person who assumes the worst, then the only person you're hurting is yourself. When other people are going through things in their own universe. Here we go, a fiery climax approaches also. This is also what came out. Let's see what else we have. And so it'll cause you to put negative comments on people's social media posts. It'll cause you to just think the worst about people, and it may not even be what you think it is at all. So keep your vibrations as high as you possibly can. We all see around full moon. All you have to do is look at social media. Some people are just going off on social media. You're like, what in the world is going on in their universe? Attacking people and posting text messages and emails and stuff like that. Again, move forward. Put that fire behind your passion. So make a healthy meal. That's right. Somebody will be making a very healthy meal, just flushing out all those toxins in your spirit. Let's see what else we have going on so we can go ahead and close this out. Let's go ahead and close this. Let's go ahead and close this out. Let's go ahead and close this out. Let's go ahead and close this out. 14, I am practical, right? So 14 means that you are open-minded and always up to try something new, yet you are wise enough to stop and think before you jump into things. This pragmatic approach helps ensure your time, attention, and efforts are meaningful. 14 also reduces to 5, which means it's a pivotal point in your life. So you have to decide, how do you want to proceed forward in your life, right? Do you want to proceed forward? Even if you have money, even if you are wealthy, do you want to send out the wrong messages to the universe? So that's not, that's something that everybody should be, everybody should think about, is like, what kind of message do you want to send out to the universe? Because that's the energy that's going to come back to you. That's the kind of energy that will come back to you. So let's see what your this card has to say. Let's see what your card says. Let's see what your card says. And let's get ready to close this out. Prosperity. Yeah, there's a lot of wealth in somebody's cards, but you certainly don't want, we're up here, your major arcana, something that happened in your past and you getting some gossip or some hearsay or whatever from somebody else that's causing you to blowtorch your relationships moving forward. You want to be very careful with that. Prosperity. I am determined to win. I am diligent. I am defeating the odds. I am warrior strong. I summon my highest self to take control today. I invest my time wisely. I am persistent. This is great because this is about investing your time wisely. I'm investing in myself. I'm investing in solid, happy, healthy relationships. That's also money. I'm investing in myself instead of and just leaving things in the past. It would be nice, every now and then you may hear a person who people are bringing gossip to them. They say to them, like, don't bring that to me. Unless I heard it from that person's mouth directly, I don't believe it. Unless I heard them say it directly, please don't bring that to me. Or are you willing to call that person directly, and so you can give that person an opportunity to defend themselves? But like I said before, move forward. That's what I have for you, Sagittarius. I will see you all, I'm going to make sure we didn't leave anything else out, but I will see you all on Sunday. All right, bye.